I'm Jeff Philbin, and this is the show with great ideas for dinner, or as we call them, Dinner DeeAs. Today, how about a healthy harvest spread as we bring you a fall protein bowl, butternut squash soup, plus an apple nut kale salad. Joining me today is someone who's made it their mission to bring healthy food to her community. Shamika Ware is the owner of Zing Juice Bar in Northeast Tampa, and she's put the juicer away for now to bring us these dinner ideas perfect for autumn, starting with this fall protein bowl.
And I'm doing it with tofu today just because I am meatless.
Okay,
right?
But if someone did want to change it up and not have tofu, what would be a good substitute?
You can you can be very flexible with this one. You can do it with chicken, cubed chicken. You can do shrimp.
Okay.
You can do salmon.
Perfect.
Right? What we'll do is we're going to take, after you dry it out for about 45 minutes.
Okay, 45 minutes to dry it. Okay.
Then you take it and you cut it. You cube. You know, you can do small cubes. You can do slices if you like, however you like. So you take it and you cube it. Pretty simple.
Nice.
Look at that.
And then how are we going to prepare it?
We're going to season it with a little rosemary.
Nice.
A little cinnamon, nutmeg.
You're bringing all the fall flavors already into this bad boy then. Okay, all right.
Yes.
And we're just going for nice little bite-sized portions here, it looks like.
Just bite-sized portions.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just little cubes. And if, you know, there's not a lot of sodium being used here, okay?
Nice.
Yeah, there's not a lot of sodium.
See, I'm conscientious of that these days.
Right.
I've had kidney stones way too many times, and so like
Really?
eating healthy
Yeah.
is a great alternative for me.
Yeah.
And I'm sure it is for a lot of you at home right now. Just trying something a little different. Tofu is healthy, but very tasty.
Nice and firm.
Okay.
Right? So we have that. So we're going to use a little cornstarch. So what cornstarch does is, because the tofu is soy-based, it's a little wet in texture and it could potentially fall apart. So what we use cornstarch for is to bind the wet tofu, basically, to bind it. So we'll take a little bit of this and just sprinkle it over there, right?
Okay,
Yeah.
perfect. So we're just going to do a nice little coating here.
Yeah, just a little coating.
Just so it can get that moisture.
Yeah. We have that. Then we have a little rosemary.
Nice.
Going to sprinkle that.
Now, did you dry or did you use fresh?
We use dry.
Dry, okay.
We use dry ingredients. This is a little onion powder. And if you like a little seasoning, you like a little taste, you can be a little heavy-handed depending on your taste buds.
Okay.
But I would consider, you know, maybe like a tablespoon here and there.
Nice.
You know. That was cinnamon.
Little cinnamon.
Yep.
I can smell that one.
And then this is a
Very
little
nice.
nutmeg.
Okay.
And then thyme.
Ooh, nice.
Right? All dry ingredients.
Okay.
And then I'll take a little salt and pepper too.
All right. Boom.
Yeah. So just a little sprinkle, little sprinkle.
Okay.
And then a little pepper.
Nice. Simple, clean.
Nice, clean, and simple.
All right.
So now we'll take, you can use your hand. I like to use
that's the best
my
part
hand.
about sometimes cooking.
Yeah.
You know, working with clean hands, you kind of just work it all in. Make sure all of what your flavors are supposed to do is get evenly coated throughout.
So now what we'll do is we'll go ahead and add this. I like to put it in the middle, right?
Okay.
So for this dish, you have three different, you have Brussels sprouts, sweet potato, and then you have the tofu.
Okay.
So I like to put my proteins, when I'm doing dishes like this, I like to put them in the middle.
Okay.
Put the protein in the middle.
Nice.
Situate it on your tray, your baking sheet, like so. Yeah, like that.
Quick, easy, and it looks like it's going to be healthy too.
Very, very, very.
Look at that. And see, the colors are coming alive for it there. You get a nice little bit of orange. We get a little bit of what was some white tofu. It's like the Irish flag for me right now.
Right.
So it's like I'm staring at it going like, all right, cool. And now it's not like just what I would think of being like a potato.
Right. So right here now what we'll do, Jeff, is we're gonna pop this in the oven for like 30 minutes.
30 minutes, okay.
Allow the sweet potatoes to soften and the Brussels sprouts to char a little bit. And we're gonna add a little bit of oil.
Perfect.
So that they don't dry out.
Perfect, perfect, perfect. And you're just eyeballing just to kind of get like a nice little bit of a coating to it there?
That's it. And
That's
you
it.
Just
okay.
mix it around a little bit just to coat them.
Okay.
And a little salt and pepper to taste. Yeah. Uh-oh.
Okay.
I'm being messy here.
That's the fun part of cooking.
Right.
Yeah, if it's gonna be clean, that means you probably didn't do
You
it
didn't
right.
do it right.
You
It's
know,
not gonna taste
you gotta have a
good.
little bit of mess inside
Definitely
the
not
kitchen.
gonna taste good if you too neat.
It's gotta be everywhere for it.
Got it.
Perfect. And I think that we actually have some that we made earlier. So let's pull that one out while we put yours in, and we'll make a nice little swap here. Boom.
Boom, boom.
Teamwork. Here, look at that. Wow, look at all of that. You've got everything that's just nicely starting to dry a little bit there, which is nice because that's going to bring out some nice texture behind it. And is this what we're looking for with our Brussels sprouts? That color, that little bit of a crust that's happening here?
Yes, you want a nice little little fix on there.
Nice.
And then you have, you know, your tofu is nice and firm.
Perfect.
And you can actually feel the rosemary on it. You know, rosemary gives it a nice little crunch.
Oh, totally.
Yes,
absolutely.
definitely.
All right. So what's next then?
So now we have our tahini maple dressing.
Okay.
And then we have our rice. So we're going to plate it, but we're going to make our dressing first.
Okay. And then with the rice, what type of rice are we working with?
We're using brown rice.
Okay.
Brown rice is another simple carbohydrate. However, its ingredients, actually its benefits is more of along the complex carbohydrate.
Nice.
So a lot of B vitamins, nice and healthy for you. Tahini dressing.
Okay.
So
that's our base?
Yep, that's our base.
Nice.
Tahini dressing is also good because it is actually like a chickpea sauce that's been pureed and blended and made into like a nice sauce. Then we have our maple.
Little maple syrup
Little
there?
maple.
Nice. Okay.
Then we have a little onion powder.
Very good, very good.
Then we have a little Dijon mustard.
Right on.
Lemon, squeeze your lemon.
Nice. Nice little burst of acidity there. That's going to
Yes.
brighten everything up. You had it with the thyme too, so that's going to play really nicely together too.
Yes.
Since that made its way into
Nice
our...
and nice and fallish.
And what's that there?
That's water.
Just
So
a little
we're
bit of
gonna-
water.
A little water to make sure it's nice and loose.
Okay.
And then a little salt and pepper.
Cool.
Perfect.
All right, I think it's... Okay. All right. A little salt, a little pepper. See, I got to go in for a little taste on this one here. I got to see what's going on here. All right, I'm going right in for that
Go
one right there.
ahead.
Dig right there. Cool.
Probably a little salt, maybe a little bit more maple. Let's see if we
You
got
can
one.
never have enough maple.
No,
okay?
you can't.
It's fall, okay? This is like the time to bring it all out. Like, this is not just for, you know, your pancakes and your waffles.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and get this bowl together, though.
All right, so for the assembly part of it, what we'll do is we'll take our rice.
Okay.
We have rice. Cover the bottom of your bowl. I like to do maybe like a half a cup of rice.
Okay.
You don't need too much. High protein.
High protein. We're going all the other way.
Yeah.
The rice is the filler part to it there. We want to get
Yes.
into the protein part.
All right, and then we have, let's go with our tofu.
Okay.
And we'll situate it here like such.
And this is all subject to change. This is all by eyeball. So if you want more, you add more. You want less,
more or less,
you add less. You want to add more ingredients to it there, you go right ahead. But the base here is all coming together.
So we have that here.
Okay.
Then we take our Brussels sprouts.
Nice. It's looking good. It's looking healthy.
It's healthy.
You know, there's something about healthy foods that just makes you feel good when you see it. Your eyeballs already tell your stomach, like, hey, man,
yeah,
you're going to enjoy it. It's going to taste good.
It's going to taste good.
And you're going to walk away feeling like good about it.
Feeling amazing.
We're going to take a quick break, but when we come back, our Fall Fest continues with Shamika's recipe for butternut squash soup. That's ahead on Dinner DeeAs. Welcome back to Dinner DeeAs. You've got hunger, we've got ideas for your dinner. Seems like a fair trade. Today we're feasting on fall flavors with Shamika Ware, owner of Zing Juice Bar in Northeast Tampa, where she's on a mission to brighten up a food desert. Tell us a little bit about the restaurant.
Well, Zing Juice Bar is located in Tampa, Northeast Tampa. It's an opportunity also to introduce healthier options to a neighborhood of people who would not otherwise have access to it.
I love it.
Right.
I love it because before the break, you also showed us how to make a healthy Harvest protein bowl. And now for all these beautiful cold Florida nights, it's a butternut squash soup.
Yes.
It looks like you already chopped up our butternut squash. But before that, what did you do with it?
Well, I roasted it for 45 minutes. After roasting it, you let it not cool completely off because you have to deskin it. So we roasted it for 45 minutes, took the skin off of it. Now what we're going to do is we're going to add it to a blender.
Okay.
Right? Whenever you're making your own homemade soups, most times what you do is you puree it. You take whole ingredients and you puree it. So I'm going to add these ingredients to this blender like this. Yes, and I love butternut squash.
I do too. It is something that is so perfect for this time of the year. The smells in the kitchen, you know, with how you roast it, can do so much. Now, did you season it before you roasted it?
I added a little olive oil to it just so that it's nice and moist, right? And that was pretty much it.
That was it?
Yeah, that was pretty much it. Next, I'm going to add some of the wetter ingredients, which is vegetable broth. Okay. Right? Because we want it nice and loose.
Now, if you didn't make your own vegetable broth, you can buy your own broth at the grocery store and use this. It's not going to change up the ingredients, okay?
It's not. And a little coconut milk, because again, I'm kind of be dairy free. Okay. So we'll do a little coconut milk to give it a creamy consistency. Nice, nice. Right? Then we'll add our maple syrup. Oh, yeah, because we like butternut squash to be kind of sweet. A hint of sweet, a little bit of spice. And then we'll add a little apple. Okay. That gives it a little kick, a little different, like a little kick to it. And we're just putting raw apple in there. Raw apple. Next, we'll have a little curry powder, just to season a little piece. Yes. Okay. Like that. Not too much. Cinnamon. Little cinnamon, okay. Just a little cinnamon. Now we're getting a little bit of some warmth in there too. Okay. Yes. Curry, a little cinnamon. Just a pinch of cayenne. Just a little bit. So now we're going for the full trifecta. Yeah, so just a pinch. All right. I'm going to go in with a little olive oil, just a little bit, you know. Perfect. Salt and pepper to taste. Not a lot of salt. And then we also add our shallots and garlic. So we're going to also saute the garlic and shallots. But after we saute them, we're going to go ahead and add them also to the mix. All right. Nice. Right. All at once. All at once. All right. Let's see what happens next. Okay. And for soups, you want to puree it, right? We're going to puree it. And get it as smooth as possible. Let's see what we come up with here. Let's see how that boy comes here. Ooh. Is that the consistency that you like for it? Yeah. All right. Yes, nice. Perfect. I love that.
When we come back, a side dish with more fall flavors to go with this soup, and our protein bowl from earlier, we'll be making an apple nut kale salad. Welcome back to Dinner DeeAs. Our idea for dinner for you comes from Shamika Ware. She's the owner of Zing Juice Bar, and she's brought us a fresh fall feast. Earlier, we made her protein ball, fall protein ball. Follow the bouncing ball. And before the break, we blitzed up our butternut squash soup, and now we're making an apple nut kale salad. That sounds absolutely out of this world. What's the first step to get the salad going?
Well, the first step we're going to do is we're going to add our apple cider vinegar,
Okay.
which is the base of our dressing.
Nice.
Right? We're making an apple cider vinegar at apple, literally apple cider. We're going to do a little maple syrup, and we're like pour that on in there.
Okay.
Then we're going to do just a little olive oil. Yep.
Very nice.
Just like so. Then we're going to do lemon.
Okay.
Just squeeze a little piece.
So a lot of the same flavor profiles as what we had done with our protein bowl, too.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
So it's economical
It's
then. So
very
you're not
economical.
bringing a lot of different ingredients out. You can really shop for this one and really have it very well contained. Okay.
Yep. And you do like a little tablespoon of Dijon mustard,
Nice.
a little salt, pinch of salt and pepper
Okay.
to taste. Not a lot of salt, but just a little pinch.
Okay.
And then you take your whisk and you whisk it on up.
Nice.
Nice and
Simple.
simple.
Easy breezy right there. I like
Salad
that.
done, salad done.
Okay.
Yeah, whisk it on up.
Perfect. And to get this on your table tonight, get Shamika's recipe for everything she's been making at dinnerdeals.com. Get your phone, scan the QR code in the corner of your screen. It's going to take you right there.
Okay, so then we have our kale,
Perfect.
right? So now we're going to go ahead and plate this, right? So
Okay.
we're going to have our kale, nice and green.
Nice. I love kale.
I do too. It's so good and crunchy. I like it. You ever tried it in the air fryer?
No.
Oh my goodness.
It's that good?
Like, yes, it's like kale chips.
It's like kale chips. All right.
Yes.
See, I've had the kale chips, but I've never made them myself for it
Oh
there.
my goodness. So here we go. We have our apples, and you can put this in one big dish if you like and just toss it together.
See, but where's the fun in that? See, I want to
know.
see all the ingredients
I
come
wanna
together. I
see
got to
it.
kind of put it all together.
all together.
I want to know what's happening there on that.
Yes. So
That's-
we top it with that, and then we add a little walnuts.
Okay.
Put a little walnuts in there.
Little crunch right there.
Yes. Like this, like that.
Okay. I like.
crunch.
I like.
Then we top it with cranberries,
Okay.
Jeff.
Nice little bit of some tartness that's coming through on
Yes.
this. Okay.
So we have
Sweet.
our Honey Crisp apple, and then we have our cranberries and walnuts to give it some color. I love color on my plate.
Totally. You eat with your eyes.
Yes.
And healthy foods make you just go straight to it as well.
Really.
Because it's just like, it's so inviting.
So now we have
Right.
our dressing.
Perfect. And we're just going
So
to.
we're just gonna pour a little bit over that. We don't need a lot really, because you know it's gonna speak for itself.
It's going to speak for itself. I love that. Because when we come back, taste test time for our fall feast as we try our soup, our salad, and our protein bowl ahead on Dinner DeeAs.
Ooh, look at that.
Welcome back to Dinner DeeAs. Delicious ideas for dinner you can make tonight, and we show you how. Shamika Ware, owner of Tampa's Zing Juice Bar, has been sharing a fresh fall feast. We started out by making a fall protein bowl. We used tofu, but you don't have to. Then a beautiful butternut squash soup, and finally an apple nut kale salad. Favorite part? It's taste test time. Which one are you going for first?
The bowl.
I'm going bowl two.
Okay.
Let's go into this bad boy here.
Get a little bit of everything.
That's it. You got to have
Yeah.
all the bites coming together. I like it. What's nice is the dressings just become a glue for all the flavors to just come together.
Mary.
Uh-huh. And that tofu, a great alternative. All right, let's see what's going on with your salad here. It's bright, it's got a punch of acidity. But it's all on a plate right there.
Yeah, really.
It really just comes together. And let's round up this trifecta here. We're going for the triple crown here. With our butternut squash soup here. That's nice. The coconut milk you get on the back end for it there, a nice little surprise. I'm digging that flavor right there. And it brought that creaminess behind it too.
Yes.
Which is super nice. Thanks again to Shamika Ware. Visit her at Zing Juice Bar in Northeast Tampa. A link to her website is at dinnerdeals.com, along with all of our recipes from today's show. Just scan the QR code on the screen to get there. And if you make any of these fabulous feasts, snap a pic and let us know how it turned out. I'm Jeff Philbin. Thanks for watching, and see you next time for more Dinner Diaz.